watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And good afternoon. I'm Elisa Gale. It's another DMV First Warn Day, and today it is definitely colder out there. You do want to stay inside if you need to. Just stay warm there and maybe not spend too much time outside.
And Lisa, very quick walk to the car this morning. No wasted motion. We got in there and turned the car on and headed to work.
I love that. All right, meteorologist Damon Matson joining us now. Damon, seeing those zeros, ones, negatives. Yeah, that's tough.
And that's how we started the day, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm notably historically a cold weather fan, but even I have a breaking point, and I'm ready for some warmer temperatures too, folks. Don't worry. And yeah, we're going to get there, but we are just slowly making our way to those warmer readings here. Again, this morning, this is how we started the day. We had teens closer to DC, but the minute you went west of 95 and the district, you saw those low temperatures right around zero in many locations. So we could only really go up from there, and we did, but not very much. Those temperatures out there right now hit their peak about an hour or so ago. We have just teens across the I-81 corridor, closer to 20 as you head through Leesburg and Frederick, and DC has made it at least back to 23, but don't get me wrong, that is still very, very cold, folks. No question about it. And we will hold on to these cold temperatures as we head into the night. It is not expected to be quite as cold tonight as it was last night, but still, we're looking at those air temps dropping into the teens area-wide, and wind chills will once again make a run back down toward zero tonight. But tomorrow, we finally break out of this pattern. Just how warm are we expecting it to get before the end of the week and heading into the weekend? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Thank you. And there are some warming centers all across the DMV. If you do need to escape this cold, we posted a full list of those locations right now on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just search warming centers in DC, or you can text 311 for more details.
And you can stay on top of these dangerously cold conditions by going to our DC News Now weather page. Just scan the QR code on your screen. It will take you straight to the weather section on our website. Now there you'll find the latest forecast, winter weather warnings, and a list of the school closures or delays for tomorrow.
Well, with just over 48 hours in his second term now, President Donald Trump's executive orders, they're definitely stacking up. Yeah,
the president taking aim at policies on immigration and U.S. borders, the diversity rights and the federal workforce. And some of his orders have immediate impacts, while others will be challenged in court.
Yeah, we will have live team coverage of President Trump's political shakeup coming up soon.
And Mario Carbone is standing by with the president's push to end birthright citizenship for children of U.S. immigrants. Experts weighing in on whether this is something that he can really implement.
Yeah, but we begin first with Randy Bass. As we learned, President Trump plans to pardon 2 former D.C. police officers convicted in a deadly chase from 2020. Good evening, Randy. What's the latest there?
Yes, 2 former D.C. police officers, Terrence Sutton and Andrew Zabowski, were sentenced here at the D.C. federal courthouse just 4 months ago, though both right now they are out pending an appeal in that particular case. And if Trump pardons them like he says he will, they may not spend any time behind bars. This week, President Donald Trump saying he approved pardons for those 2 D.C. police officers.
I'm going to be letting 2 officers from Washington Police, D.C. I believe they're from D.C., but I just approved it. They were arrested, put in jail for 5 years because they went after an illegal, and I guess something happened where something went wrong. Former D.C. police officer Terrence Sutton was convicted in the murder of Karan Hilton Brown, sentenced to 5.5 years in prison this past fall. Sutton tried to pull Hilton Brown over back in October of 2020 for driving a moped on a sidewalk without a helmet on. Hilton Brown didn't stop, and Sutton pursued him for several blocks through Northwest D.C. Before the 20-year-old was hit by another car during that pursuit, he died 2 days later.
Prosecutors say Sutton and fellow Lieutenant Andrew Zabowski agreed to cover up what Sutton had done to prevent any further investigation. Zabowski was sentenced to 4 years behind bars for conspiracy and obstruction of justice. The D.C. Police Union is standing behind the two former officers, saying in a statement, "We are actively working with the White House and President Trump to address two glaring miscarriages of justice involving D.C. police officers, Officer Terrence Sutton and Lieutenant Andrew Zabowski, who were wrongly convicted of murder. These officers, men of integrity and dedication, were wrongly targeted by corrupt prosecutors who weaponized the legal system against them." We made multiple attempts today to reach Karan Hilton Brown's family. We were not able to reach them for comment. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you. On Tuesday, President Trump signed an executive order ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government. Today, that order takes effect, and the administration released a memo saying that all federal DEI employees must be placed on paid leave by 5 p.m. and eventually be laid off. The Trump administration says agencies who go against the directive will face adverse consequences.
And we'll have more on President Trump's agenda coming up in our next half hour as well.
And we're going to have a report also from Capitol Hill with what the president is trying to accomplish in his first 100 days.
All new details now in the crash at the Arlington Memorial Bridge there. 2 people died when, for unknown reasons, the truck plunged over the bridge into the icy Potomac River. Crews pulled the truck out of the river and recovered both bodies last week. Police have now identified the victims as Gerard Wirt and Jarrell Wirt. Both were 52 years old from Chesapeake, Maryland. As for what led up to that crash, that is still under investigation this afternoon.
Developing now, another school shooting, this time outside of Nashville, Tennessee. A 17-year-old girl was killed, another student injured after being shot at a high school in Antioch. Now, the shooter was a 17-year-old who also attended the school. Officials say that the teen shot and killed himself. During a news conference, a Nashville police spokesperson said that there were 2 school resource officers in the building at the time of the shooting, but neither were near the cafeteria where the shooting took place. Students at the school say they never thought something like this would happen.
Never think it's going to happen to you.
Right?
What's that like? Is it unbelief today?
Yes, I just feel surprised. Like, I'm in shock that even happened to my school because, like she said, like, they always make threats but nothing would ever really happen. And, like, I'm just surprised something actually happened this time.
And this comes 2 years after a shooting opened fire at a school in Nashville where 3 children and 3 adults were killed.
Well, Montgomery County Police right now are looking for 2 suspects who robbed a Holiday Inn. It happened last week at the hotel on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring. Police say one of those suspects was armed with a semi-automatic handgun. He attacked an employee and stole cash from a register, while the other suspect served as a lookout. The suspects then headed toward D.C. in a black 4-door Chevy sedan with unknown tags. And turning now to sports, the excitement around the Washington Commanders still strong with 4 days until the NFC Championship.
And all across the D.C. area, longtime fans and new fans of the Burgundy and Gold are gearing up for the matchup against the Eagles.
Yeah, DC News Now's Max Bursilla joining us live outside the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium there. Max, exciting.
Absolutely, Max. This playoff run means a little something different to everyone.
Yeah, that's right, Annalisa and Mark. For some fans, this is the moment they have been waiting for, not just for a few years, but for a few decades. And then there are other fans who will look back on this season and this time and say, hey, this is the Commanders team that actually made me fall in love with Washington football.
For my nephew, I got him a Jaden Daniels jersey.
It's the hottest item at the Commanders team store for fans of the hottest team in the NFL. A team that apparently doesn't miss home too much because they just won back-to-back road playoff games for the first time ever, going to the NFC Championship for the first time in 33 years. And it's been a long wait for these fans. Listen and look at the members of the franchise's alumni band, proudly playing and celebrating alongside cheer alumni at Old Ox Brewery during a watch party of the Lions game.
Just to see the energy when the team scored or intercepted or did anything great, it was like really unbelievable.
The band will hope to be playing after many, many more touchdowns on Sunday, but the excitement isn't only for longtime fans.
Oh, I watched my first full game this past Saturday. I got swept up in the excitement of the season.
Nadine Duplessis-Kearns is surrounded by Commanders fans. Her husband even had season tickets, but she never had much of an interest until she was captivated by the same quarterback we've all been captivated by.
Just sort of watching somebody at his age have that level of composure and maturity and respect. Just for me, that's really what it's about.
It's a team for everybody that has a whole city rooting for an addition to this banner.
That's really all we need, really. That'll hold us off for another 30 years.
Okay, so look, there obviously are a few steps to go before there, but when you have a quarterback as talented and as good and as young as Jayden Daniels, you don't really want to think that the next one will be the last one for 30 years. But again, still at least one more win before we can really start having the conversation. I'm not going to say anything, don't want to jinx it, but you all know what I am thinking about and what all of these Commanders fans are now thinking about. Reporting live at Northwest Stadium, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Awesome.
All right, Max, thank you. You were chuckling the whole time.
The whole time.
The guy was talking about the win holding us over for 30 years.
Absolutely, because not everybody has another 30 years to wait, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's good for the new fans, but I'm very, very happy for the old established fan base as well.
They've been waiting.
They've been waiting a long time.
All right, we hope it will be a win this weekend for sure.